Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this video today, this will be part one of a two-part series on call center people who are helping callers from the United States. We know that a lot of our customer service these days is sent overseas, overseas being away from the United States. We have them in the Philippines, we have friends in Pakistan, we have friends in India. We appreciate all of their help for our companies and our call centers. But to have the best experience for the company, to ensure your job, and to really help the people who are calling you for help, I want to give you a little bit of information that maybe can help you in your job. There are some people on the radio who call in and talk from day to day, and one of their complaints is that when people call a number for a company, when they need troubleshooting, they have problem with a computer program, or they have just a problem with a company, they have some issue to address, they call a number and somebody who's overseas is helping them. I don't think anyone has a problem with where the calling people are located. It's just a matter of getting to the heart of the issue and being understood. The caller wants to be understood. The person taking the call wants to be understood and wants to be helpful. So hopefully these tips will help you help us, okay? The first section is being understood. Okay? The volume of your speech on the phone or across, if it's a Skype call, we want to make sure everybody can hear everyone. The next thing is the speed at which you speak. We want to, if you need the person calling to slow down so that you can understand them, ask them, "Sir, ma'am, could I ask you to speak slowly? I want to make sure I understand everything that you're asking me, and I want to be able to address everything and not miss anything." Say that, not miss anything. That's going to help in a couple of ways. One, it's going to help them slow down, but you know when they're calling you, they're upset. Something is going wrong, so they're a little bit agitated. If you just don't say that's why you're asking them to slow down, but if you ask them, please slow down, that's the effect. It's going to get them to pay attention to their speech and not to their situation. To slow it down. And then you also slow down your speech to make sure you are understood by them. The next thing is, not to offend anyone, but do you have a heavy accent? When you speak English, do you carry the accent with you from your home language? One thing you might do to check this is to record yourself. Talk into a dictaphone, talk into your phone and record yourself and then listen. Are there certain words that you say that you could say clearer to be understood? And I mean words that you're going to have to use in these calls all the time. The name of the company, the name of the program, the name of the part. Practice those. And really that comes down to enunciate. You want to be understood by the caller so that, again, their frustration level doesn't go up, it goes down. And I know I've experienced that before, and so if you can be mindful of that, it'll help you, it'll help us, we'll help each other, and you'll help your company, and you'll get a good review. Now, other than the speech, the next section is to understand the question that they're asking you. One way to do that is to repeat it back to them. Let's see, Mr. Jones, thank you for calling. What seems to be the problem? Mr. Jones tells you. You repeat it back. I see. So, you are having trouble with the installation of this printer, just as a silly example. Repeat it back to them. That way, if there's something that they forgot to tell you or something more specific about the problem, that will make them tell you. That will help you help them. And then if the question is too big, if the problem is just, this doesn't work, that's not going to be good, or your company didn't do what it promised, that's too big of an area. How are you going to be able to help them? So you're going to have to ask them questions to narrow it down based upon your training and whatever the situation is. Now, the third step in this process would be to identify the level of the caller. And that means, is this a person at their home using some type of machine or program? Or is it someone calling from an office? And if it's someone calling from the office, is it the person who uses this all the time? Or are they the one actually experiencing the problem, or are they calling for someone else? And that's going to help you understand what information they really have. If someone is busy and asks an assistant to call and get something addressed, you want them to make sure they have all of the information so that they can be clear to you so you can assist. So if it's a tech issue, are they tech savvy? You can ask them a couple of words, ask them a couple of phrases, and see if they understand. And then if they don't, you're going to have to slow down and be more basic with them in their conversation. Another suggestion would be to ask if you can speak to someone else. I hope this part helps you. In part 2, I'll carry on with how to help the best for callers from the U.S. Thanks for watching.